in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Please welcome.
Welcome to the gayest podcast ever.
Hello and welcome to the gayest podcast ever. I'm Josh and I'm here with
Eric. TJ.
Hello boys, how are we feeling today?
All right.
Dragging. Yeah, it's nap time.
Yeah, I'm dragging a little bit, but I'm gonna push through.
Wonderful. Get yourself a drink. And,
Maybe some cocktails and then early bed. Who knows?
I love it. Well, why don't we go ahead and just kind of jump right into our topics then, if that's good with you boys.
Yeah, lots going on in the world.
Okay,
today.
So amongst all the craziness of 2020, which is an election year, someone decided to throw their hat in the ring, and that's none other than Yeezy himself, Mr. Kanye West. And
we were discussing last time how Kim Kardashian would be a great first lady, but it's not looking like.
No.
Yeah, so I've been following this Kanye West, and I'm just gonna focus on July of 2020 for Kanye, because there is literally enough that we can do. I mean, Kanye West in himself could be a pop culture topic. He's done so much, and I'm sure we're gonna touch a little bit on it. But in order to get to what's happened in the last 24, 48 hours, I thought we would rewind just a couple weeks, going back to July 4th. When Kanye West officially announced his presidential run via Twitter. And I think everyone was just like, is this a joke? Is this for real? We just really couldn't figure it out. Did you guys think it was for real, or just like a Kanye?
I didn't think it was going to go through. I mean,
Total publicity stunt. But also, isn't there a deadline of applying?
Yes.
Well past.
So I did some research, and so on July 4th, when he announced it, he's already missed 4 states' deadline to appear on the ballot. But 4 states is not a lot. And so he's already got a running mate. Did you guys know that?
no.
Okay,
No.
her name is Michelle Tidball, and she is a small town preacher from Wyoming.
Oh,
That sounds perfect.
this is getting
Right.
better and better.
Joe Biden doesn't even have a running mate yet. Kanye West does. So they are describing Kanye as a right-wing Republican-leaning pro-black religious platform, which take with that what you will. I'm not really sure what all that means.
That sounds like a job title at my work that they just create a position for Brenda down on the corner.
So
Well-
that's like the log cabin Republicans, where they're gay, but they're Republicans, and I just don't.
Yeah. Well, you guys know the name of his party, right? Like how there's the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. What the name of his party is?
No, I didn't know that it was this in depth with Kanye.
Oh yes, I did a deep dive, and so there's you have to officially, when you register, because on July 16th, so just like a week ago, he officially filed with the FEC, the Federal Election Commission. He filed a statement of candidacy. So he really wants to do this, and you have to identify your party. Guess what party? You're gonna die.
What?
The birthday party.
Oh my God.
What?
I swear to God, it's the birthday party.
I
And
can't.
the slogan is, when we win, it's like everybody's birthday.
Oh my God. Poor Kim is probably just humiliated.
And on July 16th, when he officially filed this campaign statement, he actually qualified for ballot access in Oklahoma. And then immediately after that, he decided to hold a rally in South Carolina, which brings us to Sunday, July 19th. Now, I had been up north for a solid week, so I missed a lot of this. And when I came back from up north and was starting to get the information, I discovered that this rally had happened in South Carolina. And it's where he said that Harriet Tubman didn't actually free the slaves, that she actually helped sell them to white men or something like that.
Hey, well.
And then he started crying on stage and saying that him and Kim Kardashian almost aborted Northwest.
I was reading all of this today, and I was mind blown at what he was saying about her.
So this is kind of where you need to know where he's at. So because more than anything, what we found out this week, and he's talked about this for years, that he is bipolar, and sometimes he likes to go off his medicine. And I just
He
want
likes
everyone
to
out
go
there to
off his
know.
medicine?
He went off it in 2018, is what he said.
Yeah. And so the big thing so then he immediately after this big rally where he had this breakdown and he talked about, this abortion or this possibility of aborting this baby, Northwest, which clearly didn't happen. Northwest is here today. Like Kim was like, what? I didn't know we were going to discuss that. That was very private. He retreated to Wyoming. And to my knowledge, he is still in Wyoming. And then Monday night is when all the tweets happened. And all the tweets that were going out was Monday night and a Sunday or Tuesday or something like that.
He went after Kris Jenner, y'all. You don't go after Mama Kris.
Oh my gosh, do you see that meme of Kris marching I'm going to unplug Kanye's Wi-Fi connection or something?
He told her to come get him.
So some of the big tweets, there was a lot of them, and clearly they've all been deleted, but the internet, kids, FYI, once it's on the internet, it's there forever. And I don't care if you delete it, someone has screenshotted it somewhere. So just be very, very mindful. Whatever you put out in the universe on social media is there forever. Someone has screenshotted it.
That's exactly why I'll never run for president, because
CJ had an incident like that on Snapchat one time.
Right. Just once, and I can't run for president.
We've all had the one incident where it's like, shit. But yeah, so he goes on to talk about how the movie Get Out is about him, how Kim and Kris are white supremacists, how they are trying. Oh, there's one that says that Kim and Kris are white supremacists. There's another one saying NBC locked up Bill Cosby.
You guys, just when the Kardashians didn't think they could do worse than Lamar Odom, Tristan Thompson, and Scott Disick, here comes Kanye.
And he's been wanting to divorce Kim Kardashian since 2018 when she went to go meet, was it Meek Mills? Is that the guy that she met with about the rapper to try and talk about prison reform?
Yeah.
Remember there was a big thing, I think it was, and ever since 2018, he's been wanting to divorce Kim and he can't.
Well, is Kim have a kid in 2019?
And CG, what'd you ask? I'm sorry.
Is Kim still trying to be a lawyer? Because is that long gone?
I don't know. She's got four babies too.
She's gonna no. Now she's gonna be the bipolar advocate. This is gonna be her. I don't know.
Because she wanted to be a lawyer like her dad.
Chris never saw an opportunity she didn't take. He was talking about how he would never let his daughter do Playboy like Kris Jenner did.
Kris Jenner was responsible for the sex tape. Yep, everything like that. He even went as far to call her Kris Jong-un, like Kim Jong-un, but Kris Jong, that's what he called her. And I'm just like, oh man. So that was all Monday, Tuesday. So today,
was the beginning of the week.
Yeah. So now we're up to today, and Kim Kardashian finally put out a statement.
How could you not release a statement?
Yeah, because everyone clearly, because he made it all public, and that's so her statement was really good. It was very long. I just want to read you this one little quick paragraph. It says that he is a brilliant but complicated person who, on top of the pressures of being an artist and a black man, who experienced the painful loss of his mother and has to deal with the pressure and isolation that is heightened by his bipolar disorder. And so clearly she's thinking he is having some type of bipolar episode. And I mean,
what, though?
It's 10 times more magnified when you're in the public eye.
Let him run for president. I mean, this president's bipolar, so I mean, what could be worse?
Well, so this is the big deal about that. They are terrified that black voters are going to go from Biden to Kanye and split the Biden vote, and so Trump will win again.
Okay.
I think it's a political ploy because he's really good friends with Trump. I don't doubt that it's not something that they're trying. He's probably been offered lots of things. Oh, do this, to kind of cut down the vote. Also, the ice ice cream truck is driving by, if you can hear it.
He
Girl,
likes to
get
run
us
out
a-
and yell,
Yeah,
stop!
I might just run outside real quick.
Get me a drumstick.
Give me a toasted almond, girl.
Ooh, good one. But yeah, so that's kind of like one of the fears that the Democratic Party's like, well, especially because there's all this pressure for Biden to pick not only a female running mate, but a woman of color as a running mate to help court the black vote that is so desperately needed to dethrone Donald Trump in the 2020 election. So they're terrified that any, type of distraction from that by a Kanye West will take voters away. So I think that's why Trump's like, well, and so they did a poll. I don't know how legit this poll was, but they already did one because you know how fast they can get damn polls out there. And Kanye West he was in third place. Like it was like Biden, Trump, Kanye West, and then it was like the person from the Green Party, the person from the Libertarian Party.
Everyone in every other
beating
country is laughing at us right now. Like, this is just a disaster.
It's a shit show. It's the
I'm
2020
moving.
shit show. Welcome to America, land of the shit show.
Where
Like,
your
I don't
passport
even
is no
know.
good. Your passport is no good.
I was in the middle of moving during the last election. I can move again for this election.
No, girl, you can't go anywhere. You can just go in the United States. There's no point.
No, I know people in Canada. I can go get married. Steve can go get married to somebody else. We'll make this work.
Yeah.
90.
So,
He watches enough 90 Day Fiance. We got the details. We know how this works.
yeah. So the whole Kardashian, Kanye West, and I do feel bad for him because I'm sure, again, I'm no expert in bipolar and everything like that, but I'm sure the loss of his mother and the craziness of everything that's going on with, people of color in our nation and COVID. And I think he said he had COVID, didn't he? Back in like March or April. I thought he said that he had contracted it.
Show
so
me the test. Show me the test.
Show me the receipts.
Yes.
But yeah, so I'm clearly worried for him because he does have 4 small children. And he is a very, very influential person in the pop culture stratosphere.
Well,
that could have lasting impressions.
I saw that Dave Chappelle went and visited him today in Wyoming, and that was his support system. And
Who?
they made him Dave Chappelle, and they put a video out, and they're out talking about love. And I was like, now there's a support system you want.
Yeah, even 2007.
Didn't he
Britney,
retreat?
Girl.
Didn't he retreat to like Africa for like a long time? Like,
Yeah.
didn't he like just leave the country and was like, I can't like.
I don't know. When Kim and Kanye started talking about buying this ranch in Wyoming and like wanting to live there with her, I was like, she's not like that. Like, she married the Humphreys guy, and he wanted her to move to his lake house in Minnesota, and she was like, no. Like,
and that was another one of the tweets that he put out there, that he is demanding that E and NBC, so E, I think, must be owned by the NBC Universal family. E and NBC cannot stop him from moving Keeping Up with the Kardashians to Wyoming from California. And I was like, yeah, NBC and E won't, but Chris will. Like,
Right.
Ryan Seacrest will.
yeah. So I just, it's been every day. It's a new series of tweets and Instagram posts and what's happening now. So, yeah, that whole thing it's been mind boggling to me. I've just been trying to keep up as much as I can, but
trying to keep up with Kanye and the Kardashians.
Keeping up with Kanye is a full-time job.
God.
We need a
Don't
sponsor.
say that. Yeah, they'll create a show next about that.
Or is Kris Jenner secretly setting up her little pedestal to run?
I would trust Kris Kardashian about as far as I could throw her.
In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat.
This is season 30 of the Kardashians that we'll see next year on E.
Like, we know what
she
Rob's
can be
been
a
in mining
momager-
for. She's been training him.
If she can momage, she can manage a country. I think.
Yeah, I'd put Chris on that ticket. Well, and so they were also talking about some of his senior advisors. And of course, like, Kris Kardashian was going to be like a senior advisor to the president, which I just can't. And then the other one is Elon Musk.
I can't.
The Tesla guy. And Kanye tweeted out that he'd be the head of the space program for the U.S.
Yeah, like, it's like Scott Disick, Kris Jenner, Jay-Z. Like,
yeah. Scott Disick's like in charge of like the Treasury, Jay-Z's a Secretary of State,
I can't.
Beyonce's the Secretary of Education. Like,
I can see it now. So Biden has won, and Kanye runs on the stage and says, whoa. We'll let you finish. But Trump and I had the best campaign ever.
Of all time. Of all time.
Oh my gosh, that would maybe
At least in that scenario, Biden won.
Oh my god. Too good.
Oh, so good. But yeah, so I just, we'll keep you all updated as we learn more. I'm sure by next episode.
Or Kanye will keep you updated. Just look for his tweets.
I'm really glad that you talked about it, because it keeps popping up in the newsfeed, and I'm like, I'm not gonna read that trash. I'm not gonna read that trash. But it kept popping up more and more, and I'm like, I'm dying to know what's going on, but I don't want to know what's going on. So when you said that you were going to talk about it, I'm like, yes.
Well, and I was just, more than anything, I was really fascinated by the presidential aspect of it. Like, okay, is he just tweeting? But then when I found out he like filed shit with the election committee and like legit had like all this stuff, and apparently he's hired a couple teams in Florida to try and get, because he needs like 140,000
Florida,
signatures.
of all places in Florida,
right? Who knows? Florida's crazy, girl. They get 10,000 new COVID cases a day. They'll do anything. But yeah, so I just wanted to end with that, bipolar is a very serious medical condition. And, we really hope that Kanye finds his family and the support and the health that he really, really needs.
And somebody take his goddamn phone away.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Twitter needs to just shut down for a bit and be like, okay, we are the instrument of the devil right now. You need to calm down.
Take a minute, focus on you, Twitter. But yeah, so seek the help you need. There's lots of outlets online, and it's very serious. And I know we make jokes and that, but if you are struggling, please find the help that you need. And including Kanye, and because we don't want, I'm trying to think what it would be. West, President
Kim
West.
She can't have 3 divorces before she's 40. That's just tacky in Hollywood.
Yeah. Well, I mean, our current president had how many divorces, and he's president, so
he's got class. No, I'm just kidding.
He didn't marry all the women he got pregnant though.
Well, his second wife was technically, he was having an affair with her while he was married to his first wife.
That was Marla, right? Marla
Maples, yeah.
Tiffany's mom.
Where's
Tiffany? Where in the world is Tiffany?
She's locked in the bunker. They just put her right down there. Didn't unlock the door.
She had a difference of opinion, and they locked her away.
It's election season. Usually they haul her out around this time.
Yeah. No, Tiffany was like,
I can't.
Tiffany was like, but Dad, I've got gay friends. And he's like, hey, I want to show you something. Come down here.
Come down here for Pride Month.
But yeah, so that's what we got going on there. And when we come back, we're going to update you with one of the newest Netflix series starring a former Disney star. Woo woo. We'll be right back.
You talk.
And we're back. You're back here with the boys of the gayest podcast ever. I almost said the gays of the boyest podcast ever.
I was wondering where that was going.
That's because I slammed a White Claw on our break. But so the second portion of our podcast is going to get real friendly.
I'm ready to go.
Speaking of people I want to get friendly with, CJ, tell us all about your most recent binge show.
Yeah, so new hottie turned daddy, Mr. Zac Efron. So if you've scrolled anywhere near Netflix, that image of him in the water, shirtless with his big bulging hairy pecs, has popped up somewhere that you could see. So Zac Efron has a new show on Netflix called Down to Earth with Zac Efron. And it is so unexpected for Zac Efron, but also I binged it in 2 days. So it's super good. The entire premise is him traveling around the world, looking for new ways of sustainability, green energy, better foods, better water. Guys, first of all, every episode he gets shirts.
Zach. Well, I'm all about that, but like, isn't it funny how the Disney stars can go one way or the other?
Right.
What an interesting turn of events.
Right, we talk about Kanye on Crazy Town over here, and Zac Efron trying to save the world over here.
Yeah, Zac Efron for president.
Right? Please. So Zac Efron is a daddy. I can't say that enough. Like, every time he takes off his shirt, like, I have to rewind and pause and watch it again. But there's also content to it. So the first episode, he's in Iceland. And so he's going, first of all, Iceland is gorgeous.
Oh my God, Iceland, really bad.
He's in like that blue lagoon thing, just big shirtless Zac Efron. Are these not enough reasons to make you watch?
I mean, I'm fascinated by the story. I'm like, keep going. Like,
so
I keep picturing it all in my head.
I've watched the trailer twice now.
I just keep thinking about though if like CJ ever met him in person, like he's just every time he's like Zac Efron and Zac Efron. Efron.
So
I would just start shouting, "You are the music in me, Zach! You are the music in me!"
So first episode, they're in Iceland. Not only does he get in this water and submerge himself, but he also goes to a plant that does all renewable energy and heat. So it's the geothermal heat. So they actually go down and like miles into the earth and watch all this stuff, scientific stuff happen. And then Zac takes off his shirt again. It's great.
He's not wearing any clothes again, and it's great.
But they also, so and when I say he takes off his shirt again, they have him do this thing so he gets in a cold bath, and then he gets in a jacuzzi, and then gets in the cold bath again.
Are we comparing before?
Right, well, they're explaining science the whole time. Zach does not know the science whatsoever. It's the best episode because there is a guy with him. His name is Darren or Doran. I can't remember what his name is, but he's a wellness guy. He used to be married to some
producer Chad's a fan.
And by famous actress, I mean she was in Happy Endings, Scrubs, and Quantico. So her name is Eliza.
She was Jack Bauer's daughter.
Yes.
Oh, was she?
Eliza.
Shit. She
I
was.
Go ahead, keep going.
Eliza Coop.
Store. She was in the
Eliza Coop or Coop.
I thought it was Shoop, but go ahead.
Is it Shoop? I don't know. It's Coupe.
Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of a different girl. I apologize. Yeah. She's the tall one in Happy Endings that was married to Damon.
Yeah.
I apologize. I was
Eliza Cuthbert. No.
Eliza Cuthbert is the one I was thinking of. She was Jack Bauer's daughter.
Okay.
This is Eliza. It's not Doolittle because I think it's
Eliza Coop.
Hepburn. Eliza Coop. I think it's Eliza Coop. You're right. She also was in. Wasn't she in that Friends show on Netflix? No.
Well, she was in Happy Endings, and then no, Friends from College. She was not.
No, not in there. Sorry, I'm terrible at this game.
But anyway, so episode 2. Several celebrities actually pop in every now and then. Episode 2 has
Alicia Cuthbert.
That's not the one we're thinking of. No, Alicia Cuthbert is it's her sister on Happy Endings, Eliza.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I know. Sorry, we went off track. But go back to the hot naked man in science.
Okay, great. So episode 2 is all about water, and so they start off by. I know, right? Zac Efron.
I wonder how much Zac Efron's water bill was.
It could be really high. It's big as... Anyway, so he pulls in some help from his celebrity friends. Miss Anna Kendrick shows up in Paris.
Bitch, Anna Kendrick's on it?
Yeah, so
because they were in Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates.
Right. So they're sitting down at a table, and the world's first ever water sommelier introduced them. Yeah, there's one and only.
This one has hints of Dasani, like
pretty much. So they taste all these bottled waters, and he goes, "What do you taste in this? What do you taste? What do you taste?" And basically, he was saying all the bottled waters that we drink are horrible. If it says pure in it, it's garbage. It's tap water. You don't want your water to be pure at all. You want it to have those minerals and stuff in it. So that's why people always say, oh, mineral water is better for you. But even like if it says it's from a spring, like Fuji or Fiji water is good. That's good water. But if
they're
it
in
says,
a square bottle, they're different. I like
right,
them.
pure anything is horrible. So Anna Kendrick's makes this episode because she's just joking the whole time. She's like,
Anna Kendrick would be with
Yeah.
us. Like, she would hang with us in a heartbeat and just be like,
but
this
she's
water
like,
sommelier, right?
yeah, she's just sipping on her water, like, I can taste the copper. Or what?
I do love in my wine, if the back of the bottle, when I'm reading the description, if it says it's got hints of minerality, I do enjoy that wine. So maybe I would like real water and not fake water.
Right.
Oh my God.
Go with
I
your
can't
fake
wait
water.
for this journey.
It is so. It's only 8 episodes,
Love that journey for me, Eric.
and it's so good. It's also very like. There's moments where you're like you feel touched, and like Zac gets emotional some episodes, and obviously Zac has gone through substance abuse before, and so this for him is a journey. So like,
There's the Disney star in him.
right, but he's
Sorry.
learning about new healthy ways of eating. And he talks about it, normally when I'm bulking up for a movie, they feed me all this stuff and it's the bad stuff. Like he learns along the way, like, no, carbs are good. So he eats his first carb on the show that he's had in like years. Like literally, like they give him a potato and he's eating it. It's just
Your
like,
first carb back, it's a potato? Girl,
Oh my
go for
God.
that
Mine would be
pizza.
like a loaded baked potato 1000%.
right. Well, he went
Bacon, cheese, sour cream.
Work. So the reason why he ate it is because he went to an area that is like hoarding, or not hoarding, that's a horrible word, but they're protecting like seeds and all of these different things. So if there's any kind of world disaster like COVID-19, they just like, they've got all these seeds and stuff, and they go in these bunkers and just pouches of seeds and everything.
So unlike the U.S., they're very prepared.
Right. So they're like, the slogan on the wall is, could you imagine a world without potatoes? And Zac's like,
No.
well, I've not had potatoes in so long. Like the trainers I work with tell me carbs are bad. And so he meets with these nutritionists and they're like, no, like your body needs carbs, like in moderation, of course, but like, this is what's good for you. This is what's good for you. And like he literally does this all the time because he's like, my mind is blown. Like all the information he's learning.
I'll resist that easy joke right there, right?
Right. And then he finally gets down. The last episode is all about medicinals. So he's on an island and they're doing all this like burning
Like
these
medicinals, like Mary Jane.
They're burning plants and letting him inhale them, and whatever happens in his mind
they put him in one of those
happens.
tents, didn't they? Where you
Yeah.
sit there in the steam and were
he
they all
takes
naked?
He
Is
takes
this
off
where
all
he
his
asks if-
clothes,
Is this
and
where
he
he
gives
asks
him
if there's a
this-
safe word?
Yes.
I keep seeing that in the preview. I was like, what is Zac Efron's
Wait a
safe
minute,
word?
wait a minute. He removed all his clothes and got in the tent for real?
He had his underwear on, but still.
Boring.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's a great show. It's only 8 episodes. They're an hour long each. If you love some eye candy with Zac Efron, like we all do, it's worth the watch. The funny thing is, I read reviews today when I was researching. It got horrible reviews from actual like people that are their job is to review, because they're all like, Zac Efron doesn't know the science. Zac Efron doesn't know this. He says, dude, so many times. I'm like, that's what really makes it like entertaining.
I
to
think
me.
that's endearing because, like, that's if you put me on some, I'd be like, dude, that's crazy, dude.
Right.
Like,
Tiger King got rave reviews, okay? Who the hell
Right.
was reviewing that?
Well, one professional reviewer said it's fantastic. He's the perfect person. He should always do travel shows because he's coming in as an outsider. He's not a professional in any of these. And to see him, like, his mind literally be blown and do all this, like, that helps with the narrative a bit. So you go on, Zac. You do you. Keep being a daddy.
I mean, I heard he's like 5'8" though.
Did
Doesn't
you see
matter.
that meme? They're like, just when I thought 2020 couldn't get worse, I found out Zac Efron's
I
only
can't.
5'8".
I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed.
It is
He makes
funny,
up
like
for it with his lean body, that hairy
Right.
chest. I love a hairy chest.
as he's traveling, every now and then, like people will be like, "Oh, hi, Zach, can I get your autograph?" And he'll show him like in the background, like taking pictures with people and signing autographs. Yeah, 5'8". Thanks,
5'8".
Chad. But like,
Thanks for crushing our hopes and our dreams.
but he also is very candid about celebrity and like how lonely it is. He's like, I have a roommate. He goes, not that I need like that extra financial stability. Obviously, he's worth $18 million, but he just gets lonely, and he's like, sometimes
5'8's not so bad no more.
5'8" seems like I could. 5'8" seems real good right now.
5'8".
5'8", and he's got 8 abs.
yeah, he talks about wanting to like get
he's
out
lonely.
of LA.
He's
Like,
lonely. He needs a friend.
He's so lonely. He needs friends, guys, and lots of
Come cuddle. Come cuddle, Zach.
But like he talks about how he wants to get out of LA because he can't go anywhere. Like people stop him, and he can't just walk down the street.
Don't go to Wyoming with Kanye. Don't go to
Please
Wyoming
don't.
with Kanye.
No, you
But,
gotta
like-
do something like, like these celebrities that like live in Brooklyn, or like, Blake and Ryan, they live in like upstate New York next to Martha, or in Connecticut or somewhere. Like,
Oh, so you can walk around with other celebrities.
you just want to be in a town where you can like walk to your house and go to the store and be normal. I'm
Buy
sure.
a loft or a high rise in like Toronto or Seattle.
I
or
mean,
something
let's
like
not
that.
get it
Canadians-
twisted.
Detroit, please.
Well,
We
the
would all
Canadians are
enjoy that first year of celebrity. Don't get us wrong.
Oak
Yeah.
Park, it's got some great homes.
And I'm gonna keep a place in West Hollywood just because.
We know a pool that you can come to anytime.
Yeah, Zach.
No one's gonna care about your celebrity or that you're 5'8".
So wait, are Zach and like Anna? Was there like any flirtatious vibes? Or
No,
Eric
not
is
really.
shipping that.
You can tell that they're really good friends.
oh,
So it was all good.
you
I
think
bet
you
they,
got
like,
it in though,
bonded-
like at all?
I
They're
bet
not
they
getting
bonded
together.
over that like childhood actor thing.
Yeah,
Um,
probably.
But I just, I love learning about science, and I love learning about it with hot, half-naked men. So I think it's a win-win.
win-win. It really is a win-win.
Maybe if my science teacher looked like that, like in high school, I would have actually wanted to stay in the class, or pass.
I probably still would have failed. I would have been like,
Oh, I was like chemistry. Like I don't have to be in this class. Oh, I'm out.
I mean, guys, I went to the farmer's market today for a reason. Okay.
Mr. Efron, what's the chemical symbol for
TJ made like a
SEX?
plant salad for dinner. He's like, with some seeds for dressing.
Zach said this is cool, okay? So
Steve's just like, what the hell? What is this? Where's my dinner?
why is there a furnace in the yard and why is there a hole drilled in the floor?
We're doing science with Zach.
It's called geothermal.
I can't.
Zach, talk about it.
Well, I think that was a rave review of Netflix's new show. What was it called again already? Something with Zac Efron.
Down to Earth with Zac Efron.
Down to Earth with Zac Efron, now streaming on Netflix.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much, CJ. We're going to take a quick break, refill our glasses. And when we come back, we're going to talk with Eric's going to talk about probably one of the shows that I didn't even know was still on the air. It's been on for like 2 decades.
Oh my God.
forever.
Insane.
Well, there's many spin-offs. It's like Law and Order.
Okay. Law and Order MTV style. So we'll be right back with that.
I love the way that you talk.
And we're back. And now we're going to turn it over to Mr. Eric. Mr. Eric, what are you going to tell us all about?
So as you were touching on before we went to break, so I, like many people in college, watched a lot of MTV, and that's where the Road Rules and Real World obsession started. But I think as soon as technology started coming out a little bit, like it wasn't as easy to keep them just in a house with like one phone and one TV screen and keep everything a secret. But then all those people started going on these shows called The Challenge, which is on MTV now. And basically they put them in this like remote location in these beautiful places all around the world. They don't even pretty much tell them where they're going. And once they land there, there's usually like a house sometimes, and it's like a big party house, or they can be on like a remote island and have to get supplies. But basically they do all these challenges throughout the whole thing, and they put all these beautiful people in there. And of course, like, they give them all types of liquor, so they all party and drink, and it's drama. And then, you know, the people are trying to hide and cheat, and you're cheating, so you're pretty much your significant other is like breaking up with you as soon as you get home. It's the first night, and you're like hiding in a bathroom having sex. But I mean, with all these ripped, beautiful people, so of course, but they do all these challenges where they're all like, they like to compete, and it plays, you know, mental games and emotional games and physical games. And, you know, some people that are best friends become rivals. People that are rivals become best friends. Anyways, there was the last season that just wrapped up, and one of the greats is retiring, Johnny Bananas. I don't know, you guys probably don't ever watch this, but he's that character.
So, I used to watch, I was a big Real World fan. I kind of went away from that. And I did watch several challenges because my friend Sarah is obsessed with them. Her and her husband each still watch them. They're just like you. But I definitely know who Johnny Bananas is. And he's like done the most out of all of them, right?
Yeah, he has won the most championships. He started off on the Real World Key West. And he just collected.
Do you know how old Johnny Bananas is?
He's the same age as me. Yes, I do. He is 38.
So what year was he on the Key West? So
I don't remember the exact year. I think it was like 2003 or 4.
So it's in the 2000s. So I probably stopped watching the Real World and Road Rules in the 90s for sure. And then of course I did watch some of the challenges that they had. But I know personally someone who was quote unquote the bitch on the challenges for a while.
About this, yes.
Miss Katie Doyle,
Katie,
and I hope
right?
she's listening. Because the first time I met her, the first thing I said was, I think that's a bitch from Road Rules. She's not a bitch at all. So the way she described it is, yes, you get very stressed out in situations like that, but also they edit you to be like, your comments are towards
absolutely.
Gotta make good TV in 30 minutes.
Yeah, and when I was on spring break in Acapulco my senior year, they were filming at our hotel. And we were out at a nightclub, and they were all there. And me and my friend Kim went running up to Darnell and Leah, and like they were like wouldn't let us have our bracelets in the picture, and there was nothing like we couldn't. I mean, there wasn't really social media in 2004, so there was not much that we could do. But it's just crazy to watch these people. He has won so much money, and he's that player you love to hate or you either love him or you hate him. I kind of have mixed feelings. He did a real dick thing about I think it was like this 2 wins ago, where him and this girl, Sarah, they had to, like, they were partners, and whoever, as you win as a team, they can either take the whole thing or they can split it with their partner to win. And she helped him on a couple of things to get through, and his time, like, beat hers by, like, 3 seconds, like, at the time he crossed the finish line, and he chose to keep all the money. So
what a prick!
Yeah, so he could not.
And he's already won like 20 times before this. It wasn't like his first.
So that was
win.
like his last one, and he could not escape that curse. And he just kept coming back, and he kept getting eliminated, and then he finally won.
That's bad karma. No one's gonna be his partner.
Well,
so
this
he's
is his
a
20th
career.
season, but he just won $500,000, and he's like retiring. Yeah,
So
so
he's like a
made
politician
over like
at this
$3 million.
point. He's like a career politician. Like, he just keeps doing this because he's getting paid to do it.
I think he's done now.
I just looked at his photos. I mean, he's a looker for sure.
Oh, and he's got
a smile that will,
and he's made this whole bananas thing. Like, he has banana underwear. Like, he has labeled Johnny Bananas like as his thing.
So that's not his name, though, right?
He's like Skinny Girl Margarita.
Right.
Like, he's making a brand.
Bethany Frankel.
Yes.
So his name is Johnny Devin Nanzio.
So, yeah. Devin Nanzio.
Yeah, there's a lot of letters in there. A lot of Z's.
But yeah, 20 seasons, 7 wins. He's probably made over like $3 to $5 million somewhere, and now he does all these, like, he was on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, like he hosts it, like Celebrity Chef he's been on.
And I remember, so when I was at college, we used to bring in Real World and Road Rules and Challenge Stars for special events at different like college events. Like you'd have like, oh, you can meet them. You know, some of them would talk about different topics, alcoholism, sexual assault survivor, different things like that touched on them, and they would just be like kind of public speakers. So, and they make all kinds of booking money from that, and then they also make a shit ton of money appearing at different nightclubs. So like on top of just being on the challenge, I'm sure because he's been doing it for so long, he's so well known that he commands a pretty high price tag for any of that type of stuff.
It's like crazy because he was up against all these young kids in this last one, and like this is no joke. Like they had to cross country ski and like hike up mountains, and it's like really hard. Like the most unfit like there's an MMA fighter who could not do it. Like he could not do it. And all these people are like, oh, I'm gonna get to the end, and as soon as they get there, they cannot compete. But it's just some of the games. It's a 6'8" guy like CT is going against somebody like Zac Efron who's 5'8", and they have to run against each other, and it's a closed hallway and get through and ring the bell on the other side. Like, and it's just like, but they have puzzles and stuff. It's just all crazy.
Can we talk about, just because this is definitely a challenge I watched when CT and DM? CT and DM and their love story.
Ooh, CT and DM were the couple of the challenge.
I think weren't they partnered up randomly in one of the challenges because they weren't on the same season?
No, DM came in on Fresh Meat. She was just somebody that auditioned to be on the challenge.
And CT was Paris?
CT was Paris. Or London or Paris?
No, she was never on The Real World.
No, CT.
Oh, CT was on Real World Paris.
Paris, okay.
Yes.
Because he's my boyfriend from Boston, and I absolutely love him. And now he has a dad bod. He has a dad bod. Yes.
But him and Steve just fell in love.
But they did, and she ripped her wig off and like said she had cancer, and he kept trying to get her. And I love them so much. And then they broke up, and he was actually with her when she died.
Right, he was there in the hospital
when he got the call. And she was rushed to the hospital, and he came home from the bar and immediately got in the van and left and was by her side. He asked her to marry him, and she was just like, no, I'm not. We're not going to do that just because I'm dying. And there's a picture of him laying on her hospital bed.
I remember. I love that so much. So the challenge brings more to it.
So
that.
So tell us about the updated challenge, though, because there's not just people that were on the Real World and Road Rules, right?
Well, no, so they stopped doing all the shows, so now they bring in like celebrities like CJ. I've talked to you about like they brought in like a lot of Big Brother people. Casey made it to the final.
Right.
She was from Big Brother. She was on Bailey and Swaggy season. Did you watch that?
Yep.
They're married. I don't really care for her.
So one of them was kicked out like the second week, and they got engaged. It was
Can you
crazy.
explain how Josh ever won that show to me? Ever? Because all the boy does is cry, and I don't even understand.
I'm not
He
sure.
also beat pots and pans together and was so annoying. Like you couldn't get rid of him.
Oh, and Josh was on there. There's a Jenny girl from Big Brother. And now they brought like a bunch of UK Big Brother people over. It's insane.
Okay. No, I love my Big Brother, so I'm all about that.
You should start watching the challenge. I challenge you.
Oh, okay.
I challenge you to watch the challenge.
Challenge accepted.
And so I always remember, is it still hosted by like TJ Lang or?
Yes, that boy lives his best life, and it's so funny because he gets to do all the cool shit, and then they'll like quit or something. He's like, I hate quitters. He's like, get off my show.
He was like a BMX biker, and he made a career out of hosting these challenge games.
Take his family all these exotic places. Why not?
He's got to be close to 40.
I mean, if you get a gig on MTV or any of these reality shows, you can ride that shit out.
You just got to know how to do it.
Yeah.
I followed someone on OnlyFans who was on Big Brother, and he decided recently that he was going to start an OnlyFans page.
Wait, Mark?
Yes, Mark.
Mark, it was very, very attractive. He was adorable on the show. I loved him on the show. He's very, very cute.
Oh my God.
He's very body positive too, because he's been a bigger guy and now he's still big, but he's like muscles, but he's got like stretch marks, and like he's had issues with his body.
You know,
like,
all the straight girls are Googling OnlyFans right now. Like, what's OnlyFans?
Go on, do you pay that $14.99?
Oh, okay.
43.
Oh, that's TJ. Yeah, that's TJ. Okay.
I thought he was like, he's got to be at least 40, 43. Okay. Yeah, TJ Lang.
Thanks, Dad.
Right? Was that his name? TJ Lang?
TJ Levin.
Levin. TJ
Yeah.
Levin.
Oh, I was like, TJ Lang, isn't it
He's a former
That's our
Lions.
friend's brother.
Yeah.
Former
NFL.
NFL with Anna Kendrick. There's another Anna Kendrick.
When you first
Full
said it, I
circle.
was like, damn, girls getting all over the place.
Nope, because there's been a lot going on in the Pitch Perfect world too. Now that you mentioned her, like Brittany Snow recently got married, downpoured on her wedding day as well. Brittany, I feel you, girl. Sorry for. I mean, it brings good luck. And then Anna Camp just announced on Instagram she had COVID. And it got really bad.
Hannah Camp was in the wedding party for Brittany Snow.
I saw it. I was like,
I
where's
wonder
Anna
what that timeline was. Like, did Anna Camp bring COVID to Brittany
Right.
Snow's wedding?
Oh, I hope
There was a lot of Pitch Perfect girls in that wedding party.
Oh, I'm
not
sure.
Anna Kendrick though.
Notably
what was going
absent.
on? What was
Notably
going on?
absent was Anna Kendrick. She was off with Zac Efron in the Maldives.
Drinking leaf water.
Yeah. She's drinking her, not pure water, her mineralized water now, so that's why she's healthy.
She was on a global water sipping tour.
Yeah.
You know, we should all start eating like that. You know, like leaves and seeds,
Yeah.
and then drinking mineral water.
Yeah. I'm getting hints of tap and purification.
Is there a
Challenge accepted.
Is there a White Claw flavor of mineral water?
I
You
can see you
imagine-
swirling your White Claw around now. Like, I'm getting hints of fig and
A little black cherry with a hint of mango.
mango.
Oh, it smells like it's just run over some fresh rocks in the South Pacific. It's my favorite type of rock to runneth over.
I'm getting cedar and
Okay, you guys stop. Okay.
Oh, all right, boys. Well, this has been just a delight. We started off a little slower pace. We really ramped it up. You can tell
Right.
what we did on our commercial breaks. But it's been a delight sipping waters with you from all around the globe.
just water.
And
That's all.
just water. But yeah, and
We
for
went
all
from
of you-
ice cream trucks to water and like leaves.
Yeah.
I wish a ice cream truck could come back.
For all you listeners out there, thank you so much for tuning in. The best compliment you can give is to share the podcast with friends, family, coworkers, the lady down the street, the ice cream man,
Right.
whoever you come into contact with.
Kim
6 feet away.
Kardashian, Zac
Whoever you-
Efron, Johnny Bananas, Kanye West.
Whoever you buy your water from, like somebody.
Yeah, we should have everyone start sending us what bottled water that they drink and like a description of it. Like whatever bottled water, I don't care if it's from Costco, from Target, I want you to describe it and send us a little description and we'll
Ice
feature some of the best
Mountain.
ones. I just want to, I want to know if the the
I'm
Costco
hosting a water
is-
tasting at my house this weekend. I hope you guys can make it.
It's
Bring
all
your
gonna
mask.
be tap.
Bring your
Oh,
mask.
no. You can't drink out of my tap, though, not with my new water bill. No thanks. The water,
Right.
Bring a mask in your own cup.
BYOW, bring your own water. Okay.
Yes. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. We love you. Rate, review, subscribe. And we can't wait to talk with you guys next time. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.